Well, we still don't understand if you're a normal citizen, and most of the data seems to be coming from John Hopkins University, right? Anyway, about deaths and all that, those infected. Who's telling them that shit? Okay. Right, right. Now, all this information, though, is coming from whom? The government. Now, most people don't trust the government anyway, but we've been on lockdown for 3 months. A virus don't just pop up out of nowhere. Someone infected has to bring it to you. Yes or no? If someone has the virus, okay, and we've been in kind of quarantine for 3 months, right? Are you saying they just weren't treated for it? That's how it's getting out there? Right. Well, I thought it only lasted 2 weeks anyway. I don't know. See, it seems like whatever's going on, you're lying to people. I'm a citizen sitting at home watching TV. Okay. Globally, there's 10,424 cases. Let's round up to 25, right? And 509, let's say 510,000 deaths so far, right? In the United States, there's about 2,700 cases with about 130,000 deaths. Okay. But is this political? Right. A political virus, right? See, if COVID's been around since 1960, why ain't I hearing about it till now? Because suddenly everybody's dying from it. Especially those about to kill over anyway. I mean, nothing personal towards older Americans or older citizens in the world, right? But usually it seems to be affecting those with health problems anyway, more than healthy people. And it's government controlled. Every news organization is controlled by who? The government. Right? Every TV station has to report to the FFC, right? Right. Whatever. Federal. And that's government controlled, right? Our entertainment is governmentally made and controlled, right? That's why the FBI came up with reordering copyright law for music alone. Because, see, they used to let you, with poems and books and things like that, do book reports on them in school. But you can't do that with a music report because you might could impersonate the artist or something, right? And then all of a sudden, I don't know, you're a good singer, right? Because you're listening to the radio. You can impersonate just about anybody. I don't know. And, you can do it. So you just tell them, well, I can do it, dude. Whatever's going on. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. That's all you're saying. But the law can't apply differently to music, which is also teachable. See, why do you allow fair use for books but not music, right? Which is also teachable. I know. That's called hypocrisy. It is. It is. For one format of singing entertainment, which does include words, as in freedom of speech, as in lyrics to a song or poems put to music, right? But it's about the money the government's making through music, right? Yeah, it is. It is. See, they're more lax on books, magazines, maybe even real news events. But when it comes to, right, music itself, right, They act like the same rules don't apply. You can't do that, right? People gonna notice. That's what I mean. Now, if someone's always on your case, right, it's either people from the Navy who are doing me wrong, who will probably want me off the ship the whole time anyway. Once I'm gone, when I'm out their mind, that's all they wanted, right? Is to get rid of me. Maybe they were worried I would rat them out anyway if I caught them doing something. Who knows the real reason, right? But you're kind of supposed to do it on your own, but you kind of can't if they're not training you, right? See, if you don't know a step in the training process on the ship, right, and they didn't tell you about it in A school, like there's books on the shelf, but what do they have to do with the job? You don't know. You don't know. Okay. You just showed me there's a bunch of books on the shelf. What does that mean? You don't even know, right? They didn't mention that about that in A school. I know. No. But on the ship, okay, they're not telling you the books go with the work card either. You don't know. You don't know. Now, maybe years later, okay, when you're um, out the Navy, trying to figure out what the hell they were even doing around you, right? Were they even trying to rape you in your sleep or something? You don't know. You don't know. That's what I mean about Cousin Chris. What was he doing that by morning he's accusing me of being gay, but I'm asleep the whole time? Okay, he's trying to take advantage of a sleeping cousin who's went to sleep before he even came in, right? Didn't even know he came in, I know. And by morning, he's accusing him of being gay. Mm-hmm. Which means he's trying to do something when he came in. Don't you get that? Don't you get that? But on the other hand, he would never admit that because he knows that what we did was to him gay. But I was asleep when he came in. I don't know when he came in or when he left, like with Lot and Noah. Even if it was Canaan, his grandson, Chris, who was cursed to be a servant of servants. By the way. Who was with his grandfather in the tent naked, maybe. Wonder what that means. And like Lot and his daughters, did something happen that Noah didn't like when he came to, right? Back to his senses, right? But there again, so was Canaan intoxicated. Was he doing what he would normally have done, right? We don't know. We don't know. They were both drunk in the tent, by the way. Both of them. Were they both not being themselves? I know. Probably. But it can't happen on those circumstances. What do you think happened? Where Ham went and told his other brothers that they just went walking in backwards. Didn't even want to see it, right? You know. Without being sad. What they're hinting at happened. Now, this is his grandson, too. Alright. Now, did even he marry? Probably, right? But for that one incident with Grandpa. Grandpa, why are we drunk in the tit on wine? What are you doing making moonshine? Rhyming. What we doing all drunk inside? Grandpa? Are we doing what we should? Or just could we have done better? But you don't know what they were doing, huh? know. Or you don't want to know. You don't want to know. Though, if you're drunk in the tent with your grandson, that's a bad idea. For you too. You do. I mean, come on. You know you're drinking wine with your grandson, right? You know, like with Lot and his daughters, right? What can happen there? So you know what could happen there. And yet you're all against homosexuality when, little wine, little wine. And grandpa and grandson are naked in the tent together, and grandpa curses grandson for being just as drunk off his ass as he was. Uh-oh. Who knows what you'll do when you're drunk? That's why you are advised by the Bible not to drink too much. Not you can't drink a little wine. For the stomach's sake. For infirmity's sake. You can drink a little wine. Grape juice or new wine. One of them is fermented, I think. Now, like he said, though, for some reason you prefer old wine to new wine, too, right? Oh, I don't know. Does it ferment? No. And why is it you can't put old new wine into old wineskins, right? They'll burst, right? As the wine does what? Ferments. Which means it becomes what? Alcoholic. Okay. Now, maybe Noah was naive about that. Okay, who knows? But he's still in the tent with his grandson, and Ham saw it. Now, I'm a Ham. What the hell am I supposed to do? Tell somebody, right? Okay. Uh-oh. And, but is it any better to cover it? Walking into the tent backwards and not even seeing what happened, but you know what happened. You know what happened. It's a male with a male. And you wonder where it comes from, the Bible itself. Not that I have a problem with people who do that. Other people do, And make it an issue, right? Even if you're not that way, they make it an issue with you, right? Because they only see you stereotypically as gay or straight. Now, what they mean is their idea of a man you have to meet, or you're not a man. That's bullshit. All I have to know is I'm not supposed to sleep with a man as I lie with a woman. I understand that, right? And I don't do that. Either way, I don't give or receive. But Jesus did say it's better to give than to receive. I heard that before. But both have committed an abomination if you do it, right? Right. But there again, it's an abomination to commit adultery against your husband or wife, all right? And both of them are to be stoned. You can't bring the wife of Jesus to Jesus only. If, like with Joseph, you think she committed adultery against your marriage, right? And was with another man, right? When Joseph found out, he was minded to put her away privately. That don't mean they wasn't going to stone her ass. By the way. Yes, it does. They were just going to do it more privately than publicly. You don't want to think about it that way. And Jesus could have stoned her, but not alone. And he was to pick up the first stone and stone her first. Read the damn story. And you keep telling me that, but you're not doing that yourself, hypocrites. And who decided Mary's fate? To take her as his wife or to stone her, which is what the private putting away was about, right? So he was just going to handle it among the family, right? And guess who would pick up the first stone against her? Joseph himself. You're not following Jewish law. You're following Constantine's interpretation of it 300 years later. So. And Constantine ain't a Jew. He's a pagan Roman, right? And so then they try to make Jesus a Roman virgin, right? If you know what I mean, right? And not even married to the woman, right? And she's just some prostitute or something they brought to him, right? Well, here's the problem. The prostitute, unless it's his own wife, like with Hosea or something, he married a prostitute too, by the way. And even when she went back into prostitution, what did he do? Bring her back. Buy her back. Well, he didn't just bring her back, he bought her back. He liked that pussy. Excuse my French there. He was in love with his wife. Mm-hmm. He too didn't want to stone her as Jesus didn't. And since they didn't bring the man, guess what? It created a loophole. Now, all he would have had to write is something simple like both of them. Where's the man? Where's the man? See, you got to bring Buzz, right? Well, see, they would have to go get the man, too, and bring him down there to be stoned with her. Yeah. That's why they walked away. They knew who it was she had slept with. His own wife. But you don't bring a prostitute, because unless she's married again to the man she's committing prostitution with, right? Which is why she anointed his feet with oil twice. Once at Simeon's house and once at the Last Supper. Now, were they together? Mm-hmm. After the resurrection. Right. And he was with the 7 women, starting with the woman at the well, who had 6 men before her. Mm-hmm. Jesus would be the what? Seventh. So anyway, like I said, right, what you do is based upon whether you think the government is telling the truth or not. All right? Now, there are several questions, though, you got to ask yourself. A, have you been out the country? B, are you around someone who's been out the country? Are you around someone who's been to New York or California and just lying about it and ain't told you they have? Right? Otherwise than that, you shouldn't have to worry about coronavirus either. All right? Mm-hmm. Have you been on a cruise ship to China or overseas, I guess, right? They're even finding it in Europe and all that, right? Are you going out the bars frequently suddenly, right? I don't know, right? They're talking about bars now, right? Rapture comes to mind by Blondie. And out comes the man from Mars. Now, the thing is, if you haven't, you have to have sinuses, cough, not coughing, right? Fever to spread the disease, right? Otherwise, do you have to wear a mask? No. No. Why not? You don't have no symptoms to spread the disease, right? See, if you had the virus, it's then been what in your body broken down, and you're now immune against that form of coronavirus, right? You can't get it again either, unless it mutates again. Now I ain't had the flu in over long time. Maybe since the first time I had it. Now I do get a little hay fever. That causes a little sinuses, but not so much as coughing. Right? Boom. Well, see, here's the thing. I don't know if Minnie Riperton or Mariah Carey is using, again, auto-tune or can really do that or not. Right? Now, I can ask that, right, and demonstrate again. But I might could do it. So does that mean Minnie might could have done it, or Mariah might could have done it? Sure. I'm a guy. It's less likely. And unlike Adam Lopez, I don't know if he's real or not either. I gotta ask him the same question. Well, during one of your little things, I heard something click. Okay, while you were trying to teach us whistle voice, and well, you don't hear a click on mine. No, you don't hear a click on mine. What do you think I'm doing? Is it nerves? Right? Because, see, I don't own the copyright. It's probably Maya Rudolph. Or Mariah herself. Or Ariana Grande, right? Now, they're letting Nama do it. They're letting Justin do it. They're acting weird about a 50-year-old man doing it. Well, too. Exactly. Well, like I said, it's when sinuses start dripping, right? I can go into the I don't know. But then when Justin taught the I'm doing the first two hits. Is that right? I know it's close enough. I know it's close enough for a man. 50-year-old man to that. Okay.